So, first question today for each of you gentlemen, and we will start with Mr. Bromund. Neither of you have served as a state vice president in the state of California. What experiences do you have that various portfolios of ID training, membership, management, and community to help you lead and motivate as your state VP? And Matt, I have to ask you specifically. I do not know if you've been a state vice president in another state. So if you could please answer that question for us as well.
Absolutely. I've not been a state vice president in any state. I have to content myself with having been U.S. Legal Counsel, California Legal Counsel, Oregon Legal Counsel, U.S. Parliamentarian, and Management Vice President, Membership Vice President twice, Community Development Vice President, Individual Development Vice President twice, Training Vice President, Membership Director, Recruitment Chair in the state of Tennessee, and Chapter President this year in Ventura County. I say content myself with that because I agree with you. It would be nice if I could say I have had a state vice presidency. But I don't believe the California Junior Chamber can afford to wait another year for me to add that to the resume. And the reason for that is this year, I have seen and learned so much about what we need to do as a state organization. I've helped draft a complete rewrite of our bylaws. I've worked with every committee the state has that's operating. And because I served as legal counsel last year and chapter president this year, I have been intimately involved with the ground level of recruiting, growing, and developing this organization. And it's my belief that in 2009, I will be as primed as I will ever be to take on the challenge of leading the state organization. I have personally visited over 23 of our 34 chapters. I have been to the charter night at Hayward and delivered their keynote speech. I've helped Sacramento's board organize itself this year. I've worked intimately with our executive council and our board of directors all year long to get us to where we have 2 conventions instead of 4, to get us to where those conventions don't conflict with the other levels of our organization, JCI and US Jaycees. And in all of that, I've been building the team and the commitment to a leadership development philosophy that we need in order to succeed as an organization. In essence, the reason I'm not asking you to vote for me for a state vice president this year is because this year I have put in place what we need in order for me to succeed as a state president. And let's be really clear, whether I succeed or not as state president has very little to do with me. It has so much more to do with people who are willing to step up and work with me, who are willing to embrace the vision that I articulate on behalf of our state. And the beauty of my plan, really, is that the vision I'm articulating is not unique to me. It is the vision that every chapter that has grown in this organization in the last 10 years has adopted, has expressed, and has lived. That is, we nurture leadership, we develop it, we build teams, we give young people the chance to take risks and grow by leading. When we do that, we grow. When we try to do something else, we don't. That's what this year has taught me. That's what my 10 years as a Jaycee has taught me. That's what my 5 years in the Navy taught me. We need to know what our mission is, and I believe I do.
Thank you. Mr. Acherman, I'll restate the question for you.
Okay.
Neither of you have served as state vice president. What experiences do you have with various portfolios of ID, training, membership, management, and community to help you lead and motivate your state VPs?
Well, first of all, I've been involved in state board issues since about 2002 when I took an interest in the way that our conventions were managed. Also served on our board as our state parliamentarian, so I'm very familiar with all the different portfolios of people who've had those jobs, and I work closely with them. 2 times I have held the position of state debate program manager. I'm a state debate champion. I've also, again, on my 2nd term, full term, as District 12 governor. So again, I know what's going on in each of these different portfolios. I did have the opportunity, I was asked to serve as IDVP a few years ago. I did not take up that opportunity because I wanted to concentrate on my chapter, and my chapter needed help because we had a number of people who had left town or they left each other, and so I had to step in and actually work almost every portfolio until I could recruit people and find people and put them in those jobs. We'll have a team in place for next year. So, and I shown on our chapter level that we were able to rebuild our membership We were able to put on the different programmings in the portfolio. Our members are regular competitors in debate and speak up, and also in write-up, and they're also winners as well. So I'm very familiar with all of those different portfolios. I just turned 38. My time in the Jaycees is very limited. Next year, I have the full support of my management in terms of being state president. I work virtual, so as long as I have an internet connection and a cell phone signal, I can work anywhere basically in the state to be at different events. And I'm ready to take on this challenge of being your next state president. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Acherman.